the International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUL for life. We are IUL.
Good evening and welcome to Today on One. I'm Isai Sipunga. In the news tonight, Kausa backs Nari's family against eviction. Sheikh Wameni predicted election irregularities as ECN ordered to recount ballots in Kavango East. Cancer Association of Namibia to host jazz concert in aid of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. NDF chased farmers to practice shooting. And Roundup, Business on One, Comments Corner, Sports, and the weather. First up, Katutura East Constituency Councillor Richard Gauseb has thrown his weight behind the matter of 69-year-old Lucia Naris, who will soon be homeless with her family after receiving an eviction notice from her employer to vacate the home her employer had allegedly purchased and gifted her for her 50th birthday.
According to Councillor Gauseb, the 69-year-old Naris is retired and has not received any benefit payouts apart from her salary, noting that the two had allegedly entered into an oral agreement of lease, and Naris was promised that her benefits would cover for the purchasing of the property.
29th of July, we inform on 29th of July. And from 29th of July, we are fighting with Ms. In telling Ms. Faljun what you are doing is not right. At least you could have come and see the state. And when we see that it is a deadlock, and we just tell her, Ms. Faljun, this is what is happening. This is what you have done. And believe me, Ms. Lucia Naris was informing us and said that when Ms. Erika Faljun told her that she's going to buy for the house, she believed that her pension, her benefit is going there. That's why she was so reluctant and did not care. Suddenly, you see what is coming up. She only received a monthly salary the day she went out. Like for instance, if I work for the whole September, and September is my last month to work, and end of September I just received my basic salary. And her basic salary was almost only 2,000, which is very painful. And over time, she never counted. And I challenged Faljun to come on board and say, she have paid Lucia Naris a pension, she have paid Lucia Naris a leave days, she have paid Lucia Naris on social security. It is a very painful story. But we are acting, we are going to refuse, and we send this message out even to the police and say, we know very well, the sheriff will issue a letter to evict Ms. Lucia Naris. But we will tell the sheriff on that particular day, he must bring alone the money, the pension, the leave days, and the social security benefit of Ms. Lucia Naris. Then we are going to move out on that particular day. Otherwise, we are going to remain and wait for our salary, for the payments of Ms. Lucia Naris. We are going to wait. Now, she said 31st of August. And we are fighting till today because we told we are not going to move out because of bring up Lucia Naris benefit. And when we call her, she's referring us to the lawyer. Yes, we know Lucia Naris cannot afford the lawyer. Even the Directorate of Legal Aid say, yeah, the house belongs to Erika Faljun. We cannot do anything. Okay, fine. It's good. It's fine. We understand. That's law. But when somebody violates the law, when Erika Faljun violates the law, it's not law. But when she wants to violate, it is law. When does the law apply? Does the law only apply to the rich? Or to the poor? Is the law only applying to those who have money? So because Erika has having money, she can do whatever she wants to do. Not register employees at Social Security. And we must sit and clap and say, yeah, she's a white person. We must respect that. How come?
Naris's employer, when contacted, refused to give comment on the matter. Meanwhile, the Social Security Commission notes that it is aware of the matter, adding that although it is the employer's responsibility to register their employees with the Commission, the onus is on members of the public to do self-education on their Social Security benefits.
as much as it is the responsibility of the employers to make sure that they are registered, I think self-education is lacking, that we need to take these things to ourselves. Nowadays we have smartphones, we go to sites and look for things and so on. So can you just take time and go to the site of Social Security website, read what is your benefits there, when to claim, what is there for you. So as soon as the person retires or go on sick leave or go on maternity leave, that is the time that they come here and they want you to teach them things that they should have known for the last 5 years. But self-education also lies with us to make sure that I'm being deducted every month, my money is going, but I'm not following up as to what are the benefits.
Qauseb maintains that despite the overdue notice of eviction, the 15-member family will remain put until such time that Naris has received her retirement benefits.
When I try to call Erica on this matter, she always switch off the phone, and the only thing she says is that my lawyer is handling the case, so I don't talk to strangers. I say I'm not a stranger. I'm the councillor for Katutura East, and I want to come to the bottom of this issue. And everything that Erica Faljuni is doing is that she can switch off the phone and she never wanted to answer. And mind you, today you will see that Erica Faljuni is going to open the water, and after 2 days she's going to close the water, instructing City of London to close the water, and another day she's going to block the electricity because it is a prepaid electricity, and after a day, when she feels like that, she's going to switch on and unblock the electricity. She can come and have her house, but only thing we are asking today is that we are going to leave this house only when Lucia Naris is going to get all her benefits. And I'm going to write a letter to the police commissioner. I'm going to write to the Inspector General, and I'm going to inform them about this issue. Because people, when they got enough money, it is easy for them to run to the sheriff office, High Court. And the sheriff must be, a letter must be issue of eviction easily, because they got money, they can afford the High Court, and they can come and evict people. This thing must be looked into. And I fail to understand today, and I'm asking everybody that is hearing, especially Social Security, Ms. Mukunda, to lay criminal charges against Erica Faljuni because she has violated the Social Security Act, which require every employer to register his employee, and this thing was never done. And today, Erica Faljuni is going to work as a free person. It is equivalent, like somebody who have killed somebody, and people know that this person have violated a serious crime by killing a person.
Enjoy these fantastic payday savings at Clicks until 7 September. Buy Clicks 2-ply toilet paper, 18 rolls, $89.99 per pack. Buy Pampers Premium Care disposable nappies or Pants Value Pack, 2 for $2, $19.99 per pack and 1 for $2, $41.99. And buy Protex soap 200 grams, 4 for $48. Clicks, feel good, pay less.
Every Saturday at 7 p.m., you can stay true to Namibia sounds with the Valentine's True Music Sessions. Only on 99 FM. Stay tuned. Stay true. There's no wrong way. Valentine's. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Get ready to enjoy Simba's Sounds of Flavor.
All the Simba flavors. Let's roll. Liza, smoke beef. Kwanga finiga. Shaya chocolate. Shakita mud.
Together we roar because Simba roars with flavor.
The big red red sale is now on at OK Furniture. Prepare for massive savings on great homeware like the Restonic Posture Rest Queen Base Set with patented marvelous middle technology for only 3,990. Save 3,009 and save 1,399 on a large 543-liter KIC white chest freezer. Now just 6,000. Catch the big red sale from 16 to 19 September 2021. Only at OK Furniture.
The All People's Party has won a legal challenge against the Electoral Commission of Namibia after the Electoral Court recently ordered a recount of votes cast in last year's Kavango East Ndonga-Linena constituency regional council elections, in which SWAPO's candidate Michael Kampota won by 12 votes over APP candidate Daniel Njami. Last year, Today on One aired a story with the All People's Party in which the party's president, Ignatius Chikwameni, warned opposition parties to be vigilant of probable electoral irregularities in the 2021 Regional Council and Local Authorities elections.
During Namibia's most recent election cycles, the ECN has faced a number of legal challenges, which include the recent electoral court order for a rerun of the local authority elections in Stamford, Aroab, Kos and the Mariental rural seat, as well as the latest legal battle where the electoral court has ordered the ECN to make ballots from the Kavango East region's Ndonga-Linena constituency that were rejected in the previously held regional council election available to the All People's Party.
There's always been suspicions around Namibian elections. Whether the Electoral Commission of Namibia truly conducts fair elections at the end of the day. So that morning when I was told that no, the difference was 12 votes apart, and our election agents actually told me that no, actually the spoiled ballot papers were all almost 90% APP or Balthazar Jami's vote. And they asked me, what do we do? I told them straightforward, appeal to the returning officer in the area, because there's no way that there will be 12 votes difference and we leave it that they take the victory and all this kind of thing.
The candidate for the All People's Party, Daniel Njami, received just 12 votes, less than SWAPO candidate Michael Kampota. According to Chikwameni, 40 of the rejected ballots were due to voters not being properly taught on how to vote, as the rejected ballots were due to voters leaving a mark on the images of candidates who featured on the ballot rather than in the open space next to the portrait.
Because if we know that 40 of the spoiled ballot papers were all because people just crossed in the face of Jami or crossed in the face of the APP, those must have been our votes and all this kind of thing. You know, the reality is that we are dealing with a society that's not really like the old folks are not literate. They do the things the way that they think is the right way of doing and all this kind of thing. So if they cross in your face, or if they cross in the party's, marking, they really would feel that, no, they voted for that particular party. And we believed then, since then, that's the 25th, 27th of November, that actually Balthazar Jami did win the election and all this kind of thing. Because there was no doubt. I spent there like 2 days in that constituency, and there was for me no doubt that Balthazar Jami was going to win. And so what was manipulated there? That's the question that I asked myself and say, 12 votes difference must be explained as to how it happened. And so that's what took us to court, because everybody believed, no, Jami did win the election in that constituency. And we had no other option than the obligation as a political party, without having the necessary financial capacity, but to go for it, to make sure that we ensure justice and fairness is done in that particular constituency.
The Ndonga Linena constituency elections in Kavango East were deemed null and void, and the Electoral Court has given the ECN a deadline for recounting the wrongfully rejected ballots. Efforts to obtain a response from the ECN were unsuccessful.
Enjoy these fantastic mid-month savings only at Clicks until 21 September. Buy Clicks 2-ply toilet paper 18 rolls, $89.99 per pack. Buy Pampers Active Baby Pants Value Pack, 2 for $176 per pack and 1 for $186.99. Or buy Nivea Deodorant Spray, 150 mils, 2 for $52. Clicks. Feel good, pay less.
Get ready to enjoy Simba's sounds of flavor.
Well, Simba flavors. Let's roll. Liza, smoke beef. Kwanga finiga. Shaya chocolate. Shakita mud.
Together we roar because Simba roars with flavor.
The big red sale is now on at OK Furniture. Prepare for massive savings on great homeware like the Restonic Pastor Rest Queen Base Set with patented marvelous middle technology for only $3,990. Save $3,009 and save $1,399 on a large 543-liter KIC white chest freezer. Now just $6,000. Catch the big red sale from 16 to 19 September 2021. Only at OK Furniture.
On the 25th of September, Chika and the Cancer Association will hold a live jazz concert in commemoration of Yellow and Gold Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. This is to raise funds for the children who are diagnosed with cancer and all cancer fighters. The money raised will help support the Chika interim home that houses children diagnosed with cancer.
So my involvement with the Cancer Association of Namibia, it really stems for quite a few years. I've always been involved in the Hats and Roses and the Pink events. I know in 2020 we did the Hope concert and it was an online extravaganza. But of course COVID-19 is blundering still. And I really feel honored to be doing the Sunset Jazz for the Cancer Association. And this is especially to create awareness for cancer in children. And that is why we are wearing yellow and just supporting the Chika House, which is, of course, I know Bashaba will talk a little bit more about what is happening at Chika and how difficult children cancer is, because a lot of the time we don't understand where it comes from and how to deal with it and why it happens. So I feel very honored that we can do some smooth jazz at Hotel Tula, happening on the 25th of September.
We have a wonderful show that's happening on the 25th of September. It's a Sunset Jazz. We have the ticket is $250, and then you get a welcome drink and snacks and wonderful company that goes with it, as well as music. We still have 30 tickets left, so if you still want to buy, you can buy via Pay Today, EFT, or you can pay cash or get your ticket at the door. But you can just phone us at 061-237-740 and then book your ticket so that we have one. Otherwise, it goes very fast. And it's going to be a wonderful show with wonderful entertainment, so you guys have to really jump and buy your tickets.
The house mother at the Chika House gave Today on One a tour of their home and asked members of the public to come in numbers to the concert to support and give back to children diagnosed with cancer in order for them to recuperate in a beautiful home.
I'm the matron for Chika House, where I can accommodate the kids. My work here is
is to see that when the doctor send the kids from the hospital to me, the thing is, when the kids are at the hospital, they are not they are not comfortable and fit enough to be like when they are getting treatment. So if they are out of the hospital, here at Chika, it's like they are at home. They feel, I used to tell them that here you must feel at home. So doctor sends me patients that are fit enough. The sick ones remain at the hospital. So the one that can run away and play a bit and get the treatment, come back again. So I drove them to the hospital, and after the treatment, I want to bring them back again to the house. So the house is for the patient outside Windhoek, patient that doesn't have accommodation. So, sometimes at the hospital, patient will be sleeping on the floor, and there's not enough beds to accommodate every patient. So for the ones that are fit enough to come to me, really, the doctor sent them to me, and I accommodate them here, took them to the hospital, and bring them back again.
The Cancer Association of Namibia reports that the most common childhood cancers are retinoblastoma, leukemia, and bone cancer, with approximately 300,000 children diagnosed with cancer worldwide each year. Ken, through the concert, hopes to create awareness on childhood cancer fighters and to get donations for their daily needs.
We can't wait to be together again. But until then,
let's stay safe.
The big red sale is now on at OK Furniture. Prepare for massive savings on great homeware like the Restonic Pasture Rest Queen Base Set with patented marvelous middle technology for only $3,990. Save $3,009 and save $1,399 on a large 543-liter KIC white chest freezer. Now just $6,000. Catch the big red sale from 16 to 19 September 2021. Only at OK Furniture.
Growing together, I think that means progress and not leaving anybody behind.
Walking hand in hand.
Working or walking?
Both.
Together means we're pulling our weight.
You
know you are never alone, and that is a very good feeling.
You can expect a win-win future.
If we're in it together, we can grow together.
Matuso kukwika ndino ndi kushamuhuka tukare novini korwa vingi.
Who would I like to share my future with?
Somebody who cares for me.
I think someone I connect with that gets me.
Definitely someone willing to walk the distance. Put in the work.
Someone that has a track record of success.
Someone who knows our future is bright and worth the investment.
When growing together, I foresee a prosperous future, a secured future.
Sharing a lifetime, having a common objective.
Complete honesty.
I expect to see a future where there are no inequalities.
Buy shares in the initial public offering of MTC, which opens on the 20th of September 2021. It is a future worth investing in. MTC, make the connection.
A request was made for farmers grazing at Ulunga, Wakolondo, in the vicinity of Okadyali constituency to relocate and move away from the Namibia Defence Force shooting range to allow the shooting exercise to be held this month.
Brigadier General, the leader of a military exercise in Burundi, declared that every 5 years they hold a large exercise, and in March, June and August they alert the local residents to vacate the area for their protection and to avoid casualties.
The reason why the local farmers, the cattle headers vacate is that normally this area, even being gazetted, the locals, the communal farmers, since they have a lot of grazing area, they use it for grazing while we are not busy with exercises. So when we are conducting exercises, training, we always used to inform them that we are to conduct a training exercise. The and therefore it's necessary for them to remove their cattle and those some shacks or those makeshift which their cattle herders used to stay. This is only a preventative measure so that we cannot to prevent the loss of life, human life as well as that of livestock. So we do this exercise always, mostly every 5 years, the major ones, but here and there when necessary we attack this area. It's always important for them, for the farmers to be informed so that they do not lose their property or will cause damage or any other loss of life. So this exercise will be successful. We are busy and we are therefore to defend them other than to cause damage to their property themselves. Thank you very much.
Oshana Regional Governor believes that the region is a government space for shooting practice and claims that the NDF members would rather relocate animals and remove water tanks than chase the farmers away.
It's an area of 20,000 something acres. It's a very big, huge piece of land. And this area is a military shooting range. Now, because every year the NDF, the New Defense Force, and all its wings, does an exercise in this area. And the unfortunate part that the area is not very fenced. That's why the farmers around this area, they graze around where around this shooting range and where also the public areas are. Now, information been sent around the community since March, for them to start evacuating, because some of them have put up permanent structures and also permanent water tanks, of which they encroach within the budgeted area where the military exercise definitely some of these shells might destroy their properties. They were just asked to vacate for this 10 days of exercise and so on. That's it. Basically, it's not that the defense force does not want to be decreasing the area, but just to tell them to move, for them to prepare for the exercise. For this military exercise, just for readiness, of our defense force and also the readiness of our big armor and so on. That's how basically we came, and in fact, the meeting was, it was in a very good spirit. They understood it. There were no rejections, that they understood that they have to vacate the area until such a time that the exercises will prevent them to come back and be crazy.
He explained that the purpose of the exercise is to train themselves as members of the NDF to be ready to defend the nation, including be combat fit and for weapon testing.
Growing together, I think that means progress and not leaving anybody behind.
Walking hand in hand.
Working or walking?
Both.
Together means we're pulling our weight.
You know you are never alone, and that is a very good feeling.
You can expect a win-win future.
If we're in it together, we can grow together.
Matufo kupika ndino ndi kushamuhuka tukare novini korwa vingi.
Who would I like to share my future with?
Somebody who cares for me.
I think someone I connect with that gets me.
Definitely someone willing to walk the distance. Put in the work.
Someone that has a track record of success.
Someone who knows our future is bright and worth the investment.
When growing together, I foresee a prosperous future, a secured future.
Sharing a lifetime, having a common objective.
Complete honesty.
I expect to see a future where there are no inequalities.
Buy shares in the initial public offering of MTC, which opens on the 20th of September 2021. It is a future worth investing in. MTC, make the connection.
In other leading stories, Old Mutual Namibia has signed a partnership agreement to the value of 270,000 Namibia dollars with the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture for the training and development of 407 high school mathematics teachers to be qualified for the Certificate in Advanced Mathematics for Teachers. This forms part of Old Mutual's commitment to invest in initiatives that will significantly improve the teaching and learning environment, focusing on improving the grade 12 maths results with the introduction of the advanced subsidiary level in 2021 for public schools countrywide. Old Mutual's sponsorship investment is channeled towards the development of mathematics content by the University of Namibia, teaching material, subsidized internet connectivity by MTN Namibia, and prize giving for the top performing teachers at the completion of their studies. While expressing her gratitude to Old Mutual as the main sponsor, Anna Bond, Deputy Executive Director of the Ministry of Education, said that with the introduction of AS level, it has been the Ministry's commitment to assist and support mathematics teachers to upgrade their skills and content knowledge in order to teach the subject with confidence. Over the years, Old Mutual's contribution in the education sector include many other initiatives such as the Leadership Development Program implemented in partnership with the African Leadership Institute for the past 14 years. This trains and develops school principals and heads of department across the country to improve the management of public schools.
Are you a CMAS member? Did you know that should you need medical treatment, you have access to quality private hospitalization, guaranteed specialist treatment in private hospitals across Namibia with Complement Gap? Complement Gap is a complimentary product for CMAS members only, which covers the shortfall between what CMAS pays and private hospitals charge. You and your family have more than 2 million in medical gap cover per year at a very affordable price. That's not all. You also have access to emergency evacuation within Namibia and $10 million international travel cover for those unforeseen events abroad. Take the financial burden off your shoulders. Invest in your family's health. SMS GAP to 999 555 and we'll contact you. Terms and conditions apply.
Every Saturday at 7 p.m., you can stay true to Namibia Sounds with the Valentine's True Music Sessions. Only on 99 FM. Stay tuned. Stay true. There's no wrong way. Valentine's. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Joseph Shifeni is standing by for today's edition of Business on One and Economic Indicators.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. I'm your host, Joseph Shifeni. We end off this week with yesterday's session at the Augusta House, where the Minister of Finance answered questions on the lending decisions of the Development Bank of Namibia. The bank came under fire in recent weeks for allegedly approving a nearly 200 million Namibia dollar loan to the spouse of a prominent political figure. In Parliament recently, the Landless People's Movement's Hani Seibeb asked the Finance Minister why the Development Bank of Namibia approved a loan for the Prime Minister's husband of 180 million Namibia dollars while rejecting those applying for just 200,000 Namibia dollars. Responding to the matter, Ipumbushimi said the approval and decline of applications is dependent on the bank's assessment of the borrower's ability to repay.
If somebody, a particular individual or a group of companies that are related, approaches DBS and they want a loan of 400 million at the moment, it can be given because the bank's capital allows that. Therefore, the reported amount alleged to be in the range of 180 million loan to this particular borrower did not reach the potential single loan limit to a borrower as set by the DBS board. So that threshold is set in the policy approved by the board. This loan is only one of many large loans to single borrowing enterprises given by DBS. Furthermore, this loan amount to one related group of companies is a relatively small fraction of the bank's 9 billion. So the loan book of the bank now is standing at 9 billion. So the 180 is relatively small compared to what is currently outstanding in terms of loans. Further, I want to state that the bank is not yet experiencing any liquidity constraints, and therefore there are no loan applicants being turned away because there is a lack of cash.
Shimi also said that decisions taken by the bank are approved solely by the board and not influenced by external stakeholders such as the government.
The Honourable said that lending decisions of the bank are made solely by the board on the recommendation of management, without any influence from third parties, including from the shareholder of the bank, in this case, government of the Republic of Namibia. In the case, Honourable Saidef, of loans to Mr. Madila's businesses, there was no influence or consultation between the bank and its board and the then lying Minister of Finance in the lending decision.
The bank is tasked with providing financial assistance to projects that support economic growth and development. Shimi confirmed that at this point in time, the bank's capital only allows a borrower to take up to 400 million Namibia dollars. Thank you for watching. Join me again next time and don't forget to follow us on our social media pages.
New Nivea Black and White Deo protects me and my favorite outfit. That's why I feel confident and free. With 5 times Deo Action formula, I stay fresh and protected for 48 hours. And my clothes stay stain-free. Try SA's #1 anti-stain Deo.
Full of cheers. Tafolaga, Namibian like you.
Time now for Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from our social media pages. Dilaster Hond, a local dancer and artist, described in an exclusive conversation with Today on One how he and his brother founded Namjive, a platform for local creatives from all walks of life to express their talents. Dilaster Hond remarked that he has inspired Namibian youth to take up dancing by posting footage of himself dancing on social media so that they can learn his dance moves. Arthur commended the team on their positive energy. Thomas says it's a great initiative. Deborah says this will support them, while Zoo agrees that they will inspire and change the lives of the youth on the street. And that's all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast every day, only on Today on One.
This is my favorite gear, because it speaks for me and all my brothers. Nivea Men Black and White Deo. With 5 times Deo action to protect you and your favorite gear from stains. Try Nivea's #1 anti-stain deodorant. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
Time now for today's sports update with Charu Busyandaka.
Welcome to Sports on One. I'm Chairo Musiandaka. The International Instructor Course is a qualification program designed to educate instructors of all levels in organized football, which is part of international sports promotion. In efforts to build capacity and develop football in countries, 9 local coaches recently acquired the International Instructor Course certificate through Namibia Football Association and German Football Association, together with Botswana Football Association. More from this from our sports desk.
Handing out certificates to the participants, Namibia Football Association Technical Director Jacqueline Chipanga noted that she is proud of the participants, further noting that in order to build capacity, coaches and instructors have to be educated, urging them to share the knowledge gained in their respective regions.
Obviously, this is a milestone. We do want to ensure that we build capacity, especially in the regions. We do not want to see that we only prioritize the capital city, and in order to build capacity you have to start with your instructors. Many a times people will say, when is the TD coming to the regions? It's not supposed to be that way. It is supposed to be all the elite technocrats. So basically we really want to say thank you so much to DFB. It was not easy to ensure that that collaboration with DFB as well as partnering with Botswana Football Association. This is the trend. If we are going to have more courses, we want to see that Namibia, if we are going to have a medical course, the experts of Namibia can also link up with Botswana. And then we exchange best practices. I think that's how we can really accelerate the development thereof.
Today on One Sports caught up with 2 of the 9 recipients to share some of their experiences during the course.
One thing I would say about the course, it opened our minds how to handle situations as instructors. Even when we coach, when we teach coaches to coach, it had broadened up the elements like roles of an instructor. So it has been broadened up such that you understand your role as an instructor. And there were contents which made it easier for us as instructor. When conducting courses, it made us easier to address yourself, the way you handle your course, the way you handle the participants. At some point, it had certain topics like media competence, with the trend of the improving technology and all those things. If I can also share in the way of COVID-19. So media is very important. Where it comes to social competence, sometimes we miss out. We forget about those coaches we are teaching, where they come from, their backgrounds. So the more we understand the social competence and in the country or in the place where we are, then we will understand the best way of reaching out, the best way of coaching, the best way of teaching them, so that they are at the same level in understanding. So all those elements were in this course, and it made us great instructors. It broadened our minds, it broadens our heads of thinking and how to manage everything as instructors.
In a nutshell, that's basically just to create capacity, to broaden the capacity of the instructors, so that the instructors can then go back into their regions and teach our coaches. Because the bottom line of this was basically, as an instructor, you are an enabler. You have to enable learning. So now if we're going to have good instructors, chances are that we're going to have good coaches. If we have good coaches, we're going to have good players. So that's basically the pyramid. Personally, I can't wait to go out and give this little bit of knowledge that I could acquire over to the next guys. This is definitely one of the things, with all due respect, that we had a bit lacking over the time. There was basically some kind of a stagnation into coaches' education. I think this initiative that was basically a brainchild of the TD, it's definitely something that we all benefit from. We've got young, enthusiastic coaches out there, but the platform was never really for them to basically learn, and we're looking forward to that.
The 5-day online course, which took place from the 24th to the 28th of May 2021, focused on the role of an instructor, methodological competence, social competence, and media competence. Instructors in attendance were Willem Kapukare, Agnes Elemu, Colin Benjamin, Bobby Samaria, John Sikerete, Woody Jacobs, Wallace Doiseb, Gerald Gunther, and Lucky Richter. In addition, the DFB also sponsored equipment worth 100,000 Namibia dollars for youth development for the girl child at the regional level.
That's all we have time for you this evening. Join us again next week for a brand new week of sports on Sports on One, and don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. Back to you, Isai.
Thanks, Chairo, for that update. Now let's have a look at the weather forecast.
A look at the weather forecast. First, an advisory from the Windhoek Met Office. Fresh to strong winds are expected over the interior this weekend. Please do take the necessary precautions. The Namibia interior partly cloudy and warm in the west and southwest with strong winds, elsewhere partly cloudy and hot. The coast partly cloudy and mild with a few showers in the extreme south and the wind fresh northwesterly to southwesterly. Now we look at minimum and maximum temperatures across the country and beyond.
We have come to the end of this evening's edition of Today on One. Do join us again for a repeat at 9:30 and the omnibus tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. From me, Isai Sipunga, and the rest of the team. Till next time, good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good afternoon. My name is Sikunawan Roma, and I'm a medical intern at the Katutura State Hospital. We, as individuals, you and I, have the opportunity to take control and fight this by staying home, by staying safe, and by staying informed. I appeal to the more fortunate that we lend a helping hand to the more vulnerable and the disadvantaged, especially those in our informal settlements. We should stand together, listen to what we are being told, and together as a country, we can get through this.
This week on It's a Wrap.
Yeah, you see, it's two things. First is that surely, especially Buffers by Soccer Mode, you have everyday people coming in from all different regions coming search of work, employment, because there's hope that they will come and get there. So, because the region is an economic hub, there's so many industries here and sectors: fishing, mining, logistics, tourism. It's taking place here. So people come every day to the region, and the pace at which we're supposed to reply or respond to the housing need is a bit slow.
Prevention is important. Help prevent the spread of illness and keep yourself and others well. Hand washing is one of the most effective ways of preventing the spread of germs. Wash your hands regularly with soap and hot water, scrubbing your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds. Hand sanitizers can be used but are not recommended as a substitute for hand washing. Use sanitizers in addition to hand washing or in a situation where soap and water are not available. To avoid spreading germs, limit sharing of personal items such as utensils, cups, and dishes. Your skin acts as a barrier to germs, but your eyes, nose, and mouth are more vulnerable. Wash your hands thoroughly before touching your face, eating, or drinking. Avoid physical contact with others, including handshakes, fist bumps, high fives, hugs, and kisses. Social distancing is deliberately increasing the physical space between people to avoid spreading germs. While regulations may vary by country or area, the best guideline for social distancing is to maintain a distance of 6 feet from others. Germs can travel through the air from one person to another. If you sneeze or cough, do so into a tissue or the inside of your elbow to prevent the spread of germs. Avoid contact with ill individuals and insist they isolate themselves until they have recovered and are symptom-free. Clean and sanitize frequently touched common surfaces and high-traffic areas in your home and workplace several times a day. Share these guidelines with others and help prevent the spread of illness and maintain a healthy environment. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure.
The coronavirus that causes COVID-19 has changed since the pandemic started. So does this mean the virus has become more dangerous? Scientists have discovered thousands of mutations to the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus. Most mutations only lead to small changes, but scientists believe one, called D614G, may have made it easier for the virus to infect human cells. This mutation most likely emerged after the initial outbreak in China, and it spread fast after the virus arrived in Europe. By the end of June, the D614G mutation was found in almost all samples of the virus worldwide. Scientists believe this is due to amino acid changes in the virus's spike proteins, improving its ability to infect human cells. Some studies have found more spikes on viruses with this mutation. These spikes latch onto receptors on the surface of our cells. They then transfer the virus's genetic material, called RNA, inside. Being inside the host cell allows the virus to make many copies of itself. Random errors sometimes happen in the copying process, which cause mutations. Although the full effects of D614G are still unclear, some studies suggest that the mutated virus might be more transmissible than the original. This could mean more people getting sick and at a faster rate. Despite this, there isn't any evidence that the disease itself has become more severe. Scientists are worried about mutations possibly increasing the risk of reinfection. Hong Kong reported what could be the first case of virus reinfection on the 24th of August. A healthy man in his 30s is thought to have caught the virus again 4.5 months after he first got sick. During this time, mutations developed and new variants of the virus emerged. Some experts believe these changes may have made reinfections more likely. Mutations are common over the course of a pandemic. New flu vaccines are needed every winter to keep up with genetic changes to the flu virus. If a coronavirus vaccine is found, it could require regular booster jabs. Mutations won't happen overnight, and the coronavirus is mutating slower than the flu virus. But it's important for scientists to keep a close eye on how the virus changes over time. Could we be hearing more about other mutations in the future?
Mr. Bethel Mukaima, who is the ONL Group Human Capital Director.
In my community, really, a lot of people looked up to me.
Right.
Because when I finished grade 12 or standard 10, then I was among the few people that qualified to enter a university. So a lot of people were looking up to me for guidance and for inspiration, you know, on how to be what good citizens or better versions of themselves, or to get better education. Yeah.
Meeting. Speaking of which, we do have Samantha in studio. Samantha Haynes. I hope I pronounced that one right.
Well, my main hustle was perfecting the art of being a mother and a wife for about a decade.
Yeah.
But there has been something, and now more than ever, it's the time. Yeah. So yeah.
The mighty Zambezi River, the longest east-flowing river in Africa, a river that flows through 6 countries, home to a plethora of wild species of fauna and flora, a lifeline for many people whose livelihoods are dependent on the abundance the river brings. Globally, communities who live along rivers rely on these rivers to survive. Communities living along the Zambezi call it the river of life, bringing water for their crops and fish as their main protein source. In Namibia, a country situated in sub-Saharan Africa, the Zambezi River sits at the heart of Kaza, the Kavango-Zambezi Trans-Frontier Conservation Area, which is one of the greatest conservation areas on Earth, a stronghold for very many of our most iconic wildlife.
I'm right now where the river forms the border between Namibia and Zambia. This enormous water body provides sustenance to a wide array of wildlife, bird and fish species. It's also a lifeline for human beings.
The same communities are the people also who are doing the illegal activities.
The price of fishing has gone up because fish has become scarce.
The more they finish us, the more our life gets harder and harder.
These days, it is very rare to get a big bream, unless in those protected areas.
A small group of community members, together with non-governmental organizations like Namibian Nature Foundation, are fighting back.
We have to start thinking out of the box, to be honest, because what's going to happen is going to be out of this box that we haven't seen before.
By creating protected areas, monitoring and patrolling, fish stocks have a chance at recovery. These are the stories of the people fighting for the continued existence of their communities. These are the last defenders.
Struggling with no food, no what. But we didn't stop. If we are going to do it, our young children, they'll never know the fish.
What's up, world? This is Shay, the goddess of the airwaves, on 99 FM, Monday to Friday, serving you breakfast on the ignition between 6 and 9. We brought you to be inspired, taking you to master your destiny. Now it's time to do the work.
Just show up. Put on your work boots and do the time.
Make it, and then make it better.
Hello, world. It's your boy Script here on The Kingdom, where we're reminding you every single day.
Get up. You've got this. Start where you are.
Hey, this is your girl Treza on Hitful on 99 FM, letting you know it's okay.
Try.
Make mistakes.
Ask.
I am Sibo, and I'm going to be with you for quite a while. Thank you so much for joining us here on your inspiration station, where we let you know
there's no easy money, there's no easy job, there's no easy life.
99 FM. Do the work.
We know the world is a crazy place right now, but don't panic. Take a breath, slow down, or better yet, stop completely. We'll still be here when everything settles down. In this time of uncertainty, look to nature. She has all the answers, you know. We're not only giving ourselves time to reset, we're giving nature time to restore, revive, restart. We're saving ourselves and we're saving the world. Stay home now so that we can welcome you to Namibia again soon. Yes, the world's a crazy place right now, but don't despair. Find the joy, cherish hope, breathe. Take a moment, take a few, and someday soon you'll once again be able to stare in wonder at this magnificent view. The world's a crazy place right now, but don't worry, we'll still be here. We'll see you again soon.